remember my grade 8 guidance counselor was doing a presentation on different high schools in Scarborough, and he got to the slide for Delphi, and he stayed on that slide for about 5 seconds, and all I remember him saying is, this school has small class sizes, and then skip to the next school. And immediately that didn't really interested me.
The ideal method of education is not something that is concrete, final, or even ideal for everyone for that matter. For years, people have been changing, molding, and reshaping the education system into something they would call better. However, it is important to remember that the basis of education is one simple concept: learning and application of that knowledge.
An alternative school may sound strange or even alien to many, but really the concept is quite simple. A small school environment with greater expectations and more time outside of class for research equates to more learning, understanding, and developing of skills for the future. These skills include time management, responsibility, innovation, and a drive to learn the interconnectedness of all disciplines. This kind of learning and accompanying skills, unlike memorization, are employed throughout one's life in a variety of circumstances.
Delphi employs a different kind of method. Instead of locking up questions, we let them go and encourage them. The teaching, in many aspects, is student-driven and only works if students are motivated to do it. Delphi uses the Socratic method, that being question everything, including our assumptions. This school aims to give students reasons to learn and a desire to continue doing so for the rest of their lives. This also ensures the curriculum has substance to all students, flexible and moldable, ready for the students to shape into their own interests while delivering the necessary core curriculum.
My 4 years at Delphi were really interesting. It was an interesting growth because I went from wanting to be accepted, which happened really fast, to wanting to reach out, which also happened really fast.
Oftentimes, rigid thinking in our society leads many young people to believe that subjects are independent and the subject matter applies only to that classroom, when in fact, once students open the gate beyond school, they'll find that the boxes are left open and free to roam. In almost all careers and life experiences, it becomes necessary to combine knowledge in the most innovative of ways to solve problems and make progress. So we open the gates early and bridge students not only between classes within the system, but to the outside world as well.
Various examples could be whatever the student makes it, such as ancient civilizations and biology, gender studies and history, business and computers, visual arts, philosophy, and mathematics.
Delphi is definitely a unique school, one that prepares for the future, not just temporarily, but in a permanent manner. The school teaches people a Twister-like game of managing school, workload, free time, and other commitments in a crazy game that might be more challenging at points. However, with some practice, students learn to become more flexible, and a more holistic worldview is gained. Delphi is structured like a university, and even beyond the academics, it teaches students the habits necessary to juggle and balance life in general. One skill, that of time management, is one of the biggest reasons why Delphi prepares students so well for real life after high school.
Another thing is that because I had such amazing and cutting-edge teachers, part of my education in high school wasn't just curricular, it was also about thinking outside of the box and trying new things. I think I naturally brought that into my teaching practice, integrating what I teach with the real world.
We might sum it up like this. Our teaching style is not an isolated vacuum in a box or in a cage that only opens after graduation. Instead of shocking students early on, they are allowed to slowly embrace lifelong learning. Delphi doesn't mold and shape great people, people already are. Delphi doesn't create a perfect path for students to follow. What we do, however, is leave the pieces for them to find, some harder to find than others, to fashion their own way in what they may think is only a foggy future. That future is not foggy, but hopeful.
So if you really believe that your education is tied with who you are and what you can know about the world, then I think Delphi is going to be an excellent place for you.